Alright, today we're going to be comparing two lenses that I previously reviewed, the 28-105 and the 50mm f1.8. Now these lenses actually have a surprising bit of similarities. To start off, these both go for around $100 used. These lenses are both EF lenses, so they'll mount on the exact same set of cameras, and these are both considered overall standard angle lenses, the 28-105 being a standard zoom, and the 50mm f1.8 being considered a standard prime. So overall, these lenses have enough similarities that if you're looking into one, it might make sense to look into the other to see which one is right for you. Now for build quality, the 28-105 wins by far. There's no doubt about that. That is a much better built lens than the 50mm f1.8. Now the 50 is often called the Plastic Fantastic because it is one of the most plasticky lenses Canon has ever released. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. That makes this a very light lens, so it really doesn't add much weight to your camera at all, but overall the 28-105 is just such a more solidly built lens. It of course has the much desirable metal lens mount, so like I said, overall the 28-105 wins for build quality by far. Now again, for focusing, the 28-105 is the clear winner. Now to start off, the 28-105 incorporates Canon's USM autofocus motor, which fortunately makes the autofocus on this lens fast and silent. It has full-time manual focus, which means that no matter if the lens is set to autofocus or manual focus, you could always adjust the manual focus, whereas on the 50mm f1.8, turning the manual focus ring when the lens is set to autofocus could actually damage the lens. Now talking about the focus ring of the 50mm, it is the most plasticky, cheap focus ring I have ever used in my life on a camera lens. It feels like a fast food toy. Not only that, but the 50mm f1.8 does not have a distance scale, and the 28-105 does. So for focusing, the 28-105 wins by far. Now for image quality, this is where the tables turn in favor of the 50mm f1.8. Now the images that the 28-105 will give you really aren't too terrible. They're presentable, they can often give a very nice shallow depth of field, but if you really look into it, there are some optical issues at just about every aperture. So for image quality, there are issues. But on the other hand, the 50mm f1.8 has some of the best image quality you'll find in the price range. Even open up all the way to f1.8, it already has better image quality than the 28-105 at any aperture. But if you stop this down to around f5.6, or now we're going down to f11, the image quality becomes fantastic. Now, neither of these lenses have good macro capabilities at all, but I should point out that the 50mm f1.8 does have a very slightly closer minimum focus distance of 45 centimeters, whereas the 28-105 has a minimum focus distance of 50 centimeters. So overall, if you're looking for a well-built lens with great autofocus and a very useful zoom range, the 28-105 will definitely satisfy. But if what you want is the best image quality for the price, the 50mm f1.8 is not beaten by anything. The image quality this can give is fantastic. But overall, it really all depends on what you personally need. I definitely recommend trying both these lenses before you buy them if you get the chance. But if not, I hope this video was helpful and thank you very much for watching.